Number one, I would have dug deeper on the motivation of why now, right? Like, hey, I totally understand your parents want to downsize and it's time for them to downsize, but why is now the time that they want to downsize, right? That's an easy way to dig deeper without being like, oh, well, why are they downsizing? Well, not an easier way to ask it is totally understand your parents are looking to downsize. Why is now that time? It's going to, him repeating and telling you why now is going to create more urgency for him. So that's number one. The next thing is you needed to, and Tim kind of alluded to this, create more urgency on why he should give you an appointment now, right? And you had a few opportunities here. Number one, if you would have asked that other question that I just told you of why now, it would have created more urgency automatically, and you could have played off of whatever answer they gave you to say, hey, given this and the fact that you want to be in by spring's only 90 days away. How long do you think it's going to take you to then asking more questions about how long do you think it's going to take you to get the house ready? What state are you at? So on and so forth. To build more urgency there. And then once there's this urgency, you've built the urgency about, hey, actually my timeline's short. Actually, the motivation's more real right now because I told you why they have to move now. And then I have to do these renovations. And then you can make it seem like, hey, for you to be able to get her in for spring, can I ask, do you need to sell the house first? Yes. Is there a certain price point you need to sell the house at in order for your parent to be able to make this move into the condo, or is any price just okay? Actually, no, we need to sell for a minimum price. Now you can create urgency. Hey, what I'd love to do as a next step, given your timelines, it's actually quite tight with the real estate process. And given your timelines, what I'd love to do is come by and see what renovations you're actually working on right now, as I do this for a living, and I can give you some tips on what you need to do to actually get that price XYZ that you're looking for, and help you prepare to get on the market as soon as possible so that you can get what his desired outcome is. Get that price for the place and get it sold in time for your mom to get into that condo by spring. You just didn't create any urgency for them to have you in, but there actually is urgency there. And that's why I'd be calling this guy back. I'd be calling him back and being like, you know what? Sorry to bother you again. I'm just putting your search together here for you. And I had a couple other questions. Don't say bother. Hey, it's David again. I actually just had a couple other questions for you about the search for your mom that I wanted to clarify because I'm about to send this over. And while I had you, you mentioned before that she was looking to be in a new condo by spring and was looking to downsize and be in that condo by spring. Why is she looking to downsize now? Get that motivation and go, and then build off that motivation, create the urgency, and ask for the appointment based on the urgency. Anyways, that's my 2 cents.
Yeah, I mean, I think I had like half for motivation. I think it's there. I just don't know
Really what it is.
how deep it is or what it is. I'm assuming it's like an age thing, but it's an assumption, so it's not a check mark. Ability, same thing. I assume they have the ability, but I don't 100% know. For all you know, you show up and the thing's a complete dump and it can't be sold, or they don't finish the renovation and they're not moving. I don't know. We didn't get enough on it. Willingness, yeah, I think you did a good job checking. So like if I look at like the script, I think you like here's the thing. Your intro, yeah, you said the word bother. You still got past it. The intro was still good. You said, I'm sending you all these listings. I'd like to break it down to like 2 or 3 that are the best for you. Would that be helpful? He said, yes, that would be helpful. Then you did a good job where he's like, what? He's like, 1 to 2 bedrooms. You just started going off and you're like, whoa, before you give me those details, do you mind if I ask? You know, what caught your attention to do the thing in the first place? So I think you did a good job. You brought it back to the golden turn. You kind of like brushed over their current state and their future state. He was like, I'm looking for one of my family members that wants to move. And then you didn't actually ask like, hey, it sounds like they're going to be downsizing, but like tell me like what are some of the features of the home that they have now that they'd really like to have in their next house? You just said what's important. They said security. You didn't say, okay, I totally understand security is important. Is that more like you want a concierge or you just need like a locked front door? That's going to be a big difference in terms of condo buildings. And your job or the promise that you made him at the beginning of the call was, I'm going to send you the best 2 to 3 listings. I don't think that you actually got enough information to narrow that list down much further other than remove square one and 1 to 2 bedrooms, right? So if there's 100 listings, I think that you wouldn't have been able to tell him what the best 2 to 3 listings were by the call, right? So I think you need to press a little bit more on like, yo, like how long have they been living there? They've been there for 40 years. Wow, that's a huge lifestyle change. I'm sure they're probably very comfortable in their home right now. Are there a couple features that they would love to find in a condo that are in their current home that would be like make the transition a little bit more comfortable after living in the same home for 40 years? Yeah, they love gardening, so we need to make sure that there's going to be a terrace with some natural light. Things of that nature to make the transition a little bit more comfortable. Now you're going into, hey, this is a good alternative for your home, not just like check out this freaking condo, right? I think you did a good job of asking if they've seen anything in the past. A lot of agents don't ask. You're like, have you gone to see anything? And they were like, no, we've just browsed online. You didn't ask him from there, though. Did you see anything online that you've really liked so far? Like, do you have anything saved on like House Sigma or Realtor.ca that you might be able to like send across to me just so I have a better idea of like what things kind of caught your attention? That'd give me a better idea of like how to help you when new stuff pops up. And then you said you asked the agent question, which I really liked, but you didn't ask my second agent question that I really love. And that is, what's important to you in the agent that you decide to work with? He could have said, it's really important to me that you have these particular skill sets because you're going to be dealing with like my elderly parents. And guess what? They might not be the easiest to deal with because they're moving out of their house for the next 40 years. So I need someone who's going to be patient with them and things of that nature. And so I think you missed a couple of like those critical rapport building questions, and it left you with a flat offer at the end. And the thing is, dude, you're getting good on the phone. I would say 3/4 of your call was very good. This was way better than I expected with how you pre-framed me listening to your call. I was like, it's not that bad. So you did a good job on that. But you know what? The offer, you're just being too nice. You kind of sandwiched it with, hey, I'm bothering you. Oh my God, this guy stayed on the call with me. Hey, I don't want to bother you. Flat offer at the end. Maybe I'll call you back in a couple weeks. You got to guide them, bro. This guy clearly doesn't know. He wants to have the keys in 2 months. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's in mid-renovation and he's expecting keys in a couple months. He needs you to guide him. And the best way for you to be able to do that is to have collected a little bit more information. Hey, at the beginning of the call, I promised I was going to send you the 2 to 3 best listings. The information that I've got just to make sure is you need something with security that's actually a concierge. You need something that's going to have good natural light because you guys want a garden. You actually would prefer 2 bedrooms. You deal with the 1, but you'd prefer the 2. Is there anything else that I should add on while I'm sending you these new listings? No. Okay. And then the second thing is amazing. I'm like super happy that I got that information, but there is one missing piece, which is, do you guys need to actually sell the house in order for your parent to move to the new house? Or would you be comfortable? Could you hold both? Great. If you can hold both, would you prefer for your parent to like move in the condo and then just be able to sell the house with nobody in it? What's the dream situation for you guys? Yeah, that sounds great. Okay, awesome. What I would suggest that we do is I'll swing by in the next week and make sure that you guys have a very clear plan so that by the time I leave the house, you know exactly what's going to happen for when you should start searching and when you should be putting the home on the market. And that way you have no questions when I leave. If I'm the right fit, amazing. If I'm not, at least I've given you some peace of mind. Would that be helpful to you? Yeah, thanks so much. Right? So I think that the offer was just a little like, hey, if you want me to do this, it needs to be like, let me do this for you to help you, please. I'm not asking you to sign anything with me. I'm just doing this to help you move a little bit further and a little bit ahead.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So this week, I would say you got to practice filling in the blanks on that close on the script. You got to, honestly, if you get good at that, the rest of your calls are pretty good, man. You're getting pretty natural at the intro and you're getting pretty natural at a lot of stuff. You're not being able to fill in the blanks on that offer for the offer to be compelling enough for somebody to say yes. If you keep making your offer for the appointment the same way, it's a crapshoot. Like right now, it's a crapshoot. You're doing all this work and then you're leaving the close up to chance. You really got to dial that in.
Remember, the whole point of going deep on motivation, the more information you guys get on motivation, ability, and willingness, the easier it is to ask for the appointment, right? Because and this is the problem with most of the people on the phone is they go surface level. You're not really getting enough information to go deep enough to be able to just, as Emma said, fill in the blanks with our plug and play two-step close with good reasons and a good value proposition for them of why they would want to show up to the appointment, right? So if you dig deeper with this guy, as Emma said, then it's just repeating back to them why they need it and how you're going to solve it. And they almost can't say no.
It's got to be, like, I actually have the Hermosi book. No, not this one behind me, but like, make an offer so good that people feel stupid saying no. You need to make me swinging by is so valuable. Fuck, if that guy just could come by here for 20 minutes, there's absolutely no pressure, and he's going to point me in the right direction to make sure that I'm spending money on the right renovations. And by the time he leaves here, my parents are going to have complete peace of mind on what the timeline is going to look like, what inventory is available, and what the next steps are going to be. Duh. Like, yeah, I'd like you to swing by next week. But if you're just like, hey, you mind if I swing by? He's like, yeah, I don't want you to swing by, bro. Why are you swinging by right now? Make it very clear and compelling what the outcome is going to be. I'm going to show up. I'm going to give you these things. And by the time I leave there, you are going to get all these things that you want with no commitment to me. I hope that I can provide enough value to you that it is without question that you want to work with me. You can make that choice after we have the chance to meet. Would it be okay if I did that for you? Yeah, that sounds great. Let's do it. Make it so easy for them to say yes to you. Right now, you're waiting for them. You're like waiting for them to ask you to come by. That's not your job. Your job is to show enough value that you demand going by there, and it's so valuable that they're like, I want to sign a contract with you.
Mm-hmm.
Cool?
Yeah. Thank you, guys.